Good day everyone, and today we will be tackling a certain law or policies of government in the field of information and technology. This law was begun and held in Metro Manila on Monday, the 25th day of July 2011. And this is the Republic Act number 10175, or in the section 1, this act shall be known as the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. This law was passed during the time of Benigno Aquino III, and it is an act defining cybercrime, providing for the prevention, investigation, suppression, and the imposition of penalties, therefore and for other purposes. The purpose of this law is to ensure safety of ourselves, of the information, of the money and families, and it is vital upholding the protection of every individual, businesses, and government that can fall victim to these crimes. It is also a need for us to protect and safeguard the integrity of computer and communication systems, networks, and databases. It ensures confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information and data stored therein from all forms of misuse, abuse, and illegal access by making punishable it to the law. And in the section 2, which is the declaration of policy, the state recognizes the vital role of information and communications industries such as content production, telecommunications, broadcasting, electronic commerce, and data processing in the nation's overall social and economic development. The state also recognizes the importance of providing an environment conducive to the development, acceleration, and rational application and exploitation of information and communications technology, or ICT, to attain free, easy, and intelligible access to exchange or delivery of information, and the need to protect the safeguard the integrity of computer and communication systems, networks, and databases, and the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information and data stored therein from all forms of misuse, abuse, and illegal access by making punishable under the law such conduct or conducts. In this light, the state shall adopt sufficient powers to effectively prevent and combat such offenses by facilitating their detection, investigation, and prosecution at both the domestic and international levels, and by providing arrangements for fast and reliable international cooperation.
Hello, I'm Kimberly. I will specifically tackle the acts aimed to be prevented by the mentioned law. From the actual document, the acts that will help in the prevention of cybercrime has been categorized into three groups. So these are the three categories of cybercrime prevention as indicated from RA 10175. An offense against the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer data and systems, which we can associate with information security. The next category will be computer-related offenses, and lastly, content-related offenses. Okay, under the group of offenses against the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer data and systems, these are the actions that are under the protection of RA 10175. First, illegal access refers to the accessing the whole or part of a computer system without right. Second, illegal interception is an interception made by technical means without right. Third, data interference, which refers to the intention of reckless alteration, damaging, deletion, or deteriorating of computer data, electronic document, or electronic data message without right, which also includes viruses. 4. System interference is also an intentional alteration or hindering or interference with a function of a computer system without right. This also includes viruses too. Fifth, misuse of device refers to the use of production, sale, procurement, importation, distribution, or otherwise made available without the right of a device, computer system, license, or access code. 6. Cyber squatting. So this is the acquisition of domain name over the internet, having a bad faith to either profit, mislead, destroy a reputation, and deprive others of registering the same. Under the group of computer related offenses, these are the actions that under the protection of the Cybercrime Prevention Acts of 2012. First, computer-related forgery, which refers to the input, alteration, or deletion of any computer data without the right, resulting in authentic data with the intent that it will be considered as if it were authentic. Second, computer-related fraud refers to the unauthorized input, alteration, or deletion of computer data or program causing damage thereby with fraudulent intent. Third, the computer-related identity theft, which refers to the intentional acquisition, use, misuse, transfer, possession, alteration, or deletion of identifying information belonging to another without the right. Lastly, the group of content-related offenses. These are the actions that are under the Protection of Cybercrime Prevention Act 2012. First, cybersex, which refers to the willful engagement, maintenance, control, or operation directly or indirectly of any civil exhibition of sexual organs or sexual activities with aid of computer system. Second, child pornography. We refer to the unlawful or prohibited acts defined and punishable by the Philippine Republic Act 9775 or known as Anti-Child Pornography Act of 2009, which also be committed through a computer system. 3. Unsolicited commercial communication refer to the transmission of commercial electronic communication with the use of computer system that seeks to advertise, sell, or offers sale products and services that are prohibited unless prior consent from the recipient was made or given and does not contain any misleading information in any parts of message. Fourth, we have libel, or we have currently known as cyber libel. So this refers to the unlawful or prohibited act of libel as defined in the Article 355 of the Revised Penal Code, which was communicated through a computer system or any similar means which may devise in the future. The NBI and PNP enforce all these acts that will help prevent cybercrime. I hope this simple presentation will give you enough information on RA 10175, and we will be able to do our part in ensuring that we will have a safer digital Philippines.
For the Section 8 of this Act, which is the penalties, implies that any person found guilty of any of the punishable acts enumerated in Sections 4A and 4B of this Act shall be punished with imprisonment of prisión mayor or a fine of at least 200,000 pesos up to a maximum amount commensurate to the damage incurred or both. Any person found guilty of the punishable act under Sections 4A5 shall be punished with the imprisonment of prisión mayor or a fine of not more than 500,000 pesos or both. If punishable acts in Section 4A are committed against critical infrastructure, the penalty of reclusion temporal or a fine of at least 500,000 pesos up to maximum amount commensurate to the damage incurred, or both, shall be imposed. Any person found guilty of any of the punishable acts enumerated in Sections 4C1 of this Act shall be punished with imprisonment of prisión mayor or a fine of at least 200,000 pesos, but not exceeding 1 million pesos, or both. Any person found guilty of any of the punishable acts enumerated in Section 4C2 of this Act shall be punished with the penalties as enumerated in Republic Act 9775 or the Anti-Child Pornography Act of 2009, provided that the penalty to be imposed shall be 1 degree higher than that provided for in Republic Act 9775 if committed through a computer system. Any person found guilty of any of the punishable acts enumerated in Section 4C3 shall be punished with 2 imprisonment of arresto mayor or a fine of at least 50,000 pesos but not exceeding 250,000 pesos, or both. Any person found guilty of any of the punishable acts enumerated in Section 5 shall be punished with imprisonment 1 degree lower than that of the prescribed penalty for the offense or a fine of at least 100,000 pesos, but not exceeding 500,000 pesos, or both. So, in this section, you can find the imposed punishments based on the offense that was committed or the punishments for the offenses that was stated earlier in the Section 4. Again, this is Republic Act 10175. That's all. Thank you.